Hello, Jim. Making a short video for you here to show you how to convert the square gauge system from the mechanical we call skinny finger, the spring-loaded finger here, over to the air solenoid system that you see over here. And here is Rick, our mechanical engineer.
Hi, Jim. So if you don't like the machine the way we're going to ship it to you, you're going to be removing this skinny finger here. It's simple enough to do.
You'll no longer need these pieces here.
Right, those pieces are only for the skinny finger. And then you're going to move the remaining finger up to the front position. Normally, that's where it would be on a square gauge. So what you have here is F1 and F2. At the present time, thanks, Joe. Come over here, Bill. At the present time, the hoses don't match the colors because F1, which is this green hose here, is unused at the moment. But if you decide to go with 3 air fingers, what we'll be doing is removing these 2 hoses. Excuse me. I don't have long to live. The green is always F1, so you're going to reconnect it like this. And F2 is yellow. We've extended it here with a special nipple. I don't want to pull them apart right now. All it is about an 18-inch extension, so you'd either pull this apart,
yep, remove this
or
piece,
cut it off even, and plug it in to the F2 position.
So as Rick said, and I'll reiterate this fact, the label does not match your existing setup you have now. The label is made specifically so that you can reconnect the hoses according to the label. And that's if you want to switch the system to have air fingers in the front. Just follow the label and you'll be okay.
So F1 is green, F2 is yellow. The hose is way too long now, so you'll disconnect it at the union here, and it should be the right length. Or it can even be shortened. It all depends on what you need.
This is where you would disconnect it.
Yeah, this is the union. And these are just made longer because we're using this non-air finger. This is the stock length, is the shorter length. I will. So we have the blue hose, which is F3. F3 will be connected to F3. It's not marked here, but that's because it's obvious. There's no other finger to connect it up to. And then this is slid in into its position. And then you have all 3 air fingers. 24 inches from here to here, that's fixed. And then you use your calibrator strip to get exactly 24 inches from F2 to F3. And then lock everything down.
And just to remind you, this piece here in front of Rick was not on the system initially. We took this piece here from the back portion and moved it up front, and then we switched the hoses according to how we mentioned in the video.
Now that we've reconnected the F1 green air hose, we have to go underneath the machine where it was disconnected. Here it is here. We had to disconnect it and plug the hole because we don't want air blowing out of there when F1 is supposed to come on, because F1 when you get your machine, F1 is going to be a mechanical finger. It can't use any air anyway, so we have to plug that port.
The
Here,
F1 port is that skinny finger we mentioned, your first finger. That's why that port is plugged, just to readdress that fact as well.
here's the original fitting that went there. So you'll remove this plastic plug, screw in this fitting, and then put your F1 hose back in place just like these other two.
The F1 hose there is the green hose, correct, Rick?
What?
The F1 hose down here is the green hose that you'll
Yeah,
connect?
mhm.
Yep.
It'll look just like these other two, F2 and F3. Here's the fittings. The other rails, same thing.
Now you'll perform the same procedure on these other rails, switching the skinny mechanical finger out, this portion up to the front, and then redoing the same procedure. As for any calibration of the control or any issues with the control itself, programming, please call the factory, give myself or Doug Flynn a call, and he can walk you through any of that programming. Thanks a lot for your business, and we hope everything works out.